Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And the new defense battle has dropped just a few minutes ago, so I went through and cleared up everything up to Inferno. So, this is going to be kind of hard for people, but they do give us quite a few units to use. So we can use Fount of Wisdom, Lycanthrope's Pride, and I believe that's Commander. So there are a lot. And then the special effect units are just defense types. If anybody is a defense growth, you get extra stats, which means you are extra defensive, you have more HP, and your attack doesn't really matter. So if we click onto the actual team and go in, these are the units that you can use. Since I have everybody, this is everybody that you can use. Raphael, Yom, kind of important here, right? Really, really big deals. Earth 2.0 Mirren is a healer, does give a little bit of resistance as well. She can be effective. Orb Changer, you're on Lycanthrope's Pride. You're on Commander for some reason. Sure. We have a lot of damage focused units, which are just not going to be that effective right here. Thankfully, Water Rimuru is here as well, so we can heal, we can disrupt an ult if you have him, if you need him. Valentine is here because she can heal an orb change. Traya is here as well. Well, no, sorry. Traya is here. Wind Trainee is here. And then we have a whole bunch of other units down below. But, a lot of the defense growth. So, free-to-play Albus. 4-star Traya. Free-to-play Gobta. Old Water Rimuru. Mirren is relatively, I guess she's a year old now, but whatever. Free-to-play. So, there's 5 free-to-play units here, and you can probably get away with them. We haven't taken on Inferno yet, but let's check out the missions really fast. There is clear it 3 times with everyone alive. Cool. 4 physical characters, 4 magic characters, 2 defense skills, 2 body and spirit changing skills, those are the star-shaped ones, and then 2 magic changing skills, so orb changes, and then win with at least 2 characters with an initial rarity of 4-star or less, and guard 3 times. So guard used to be kind of funky in a weird spot. Now, with the advent of, the god of Raphael, that's not really difficult anymore. So this is my full magic team. This is what I've used to get up to Inferno thus far, and I've had 0 problems. The starting hand is interesting. If we take a look, it is a 3-2-1 with 3 greens, 2 oranges, and 1 blue. It looks kind of funky. It does work throughout this fight, and we're just gonna bank on the god of defense gonna save us all, and we have 1, 2, 3 orb changers and a healer to kind of keep us topped up. Velzard, vengeance doesn't matter here. Skill resetting may come in handy, especially for Inferno, because I haven't taken on this Inferno yet, and their stats are quite high. They have like 17,000 attack, and then when they give themselves the attack buff on turn 4 and 5, it goes even higher. So for turn 1, what I've been doing is I've just been sending the 2 oranges and calling it good. Just leaving it here, and then praying I get a good hand for next turn. Praying is the the pejorative term right there. Alright, let's just send the blues. We are taking quite a bit of hefty damage right there, though. Alright, so is it actually 17k? Yeah, it's 17,000 right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and just send the blues again. Try and get a full hand of greens. Are they going to keep hitting Raphael? Okay, yeah, they just don't like Raphael. We do have an orange changer, though, so let's go ahead and... we don't have enough to heal and do that. So we're going to take Raphael out, bring Sufia in, and then orb change. And this will give us a lot. It'll give us Velzard next turn, so that's good. Go and send these. Alts don't matter. Attack damage doesn't matter. Vengeance stacks don't matter here. I just want to live. So that is 1 magic changing skill right there, because it's an orb change. Here's the crit. Yeah, that hurts quite a bit right there. But we have 100 skill points, and we have Raphael. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple fun things. We're going to heal. We're going to seal them. This seal lasts for 2 turns, so I don't want to use this until 2 turns are left, because that means that for the rest of the fight, during their ults, they won't have the crit damage up, they won't have any attack up, and then we're going to physical resist as well. And that will heal us up It'll give us the attribute resistance, which doesn't matter because they're type neutral. They have no elements, so we're not actually getting anything from all these buffs right here. But we did seal their crit damage, which is very, very important. And they're going to reset those skills with Velzard. So then next turn, we have 3 orbs here for greens, which means we're going to get a lot of points, which means we can then further give ourselves defense by more physical resistance, and then guaranteed guard. And that's how we're going to get that. So 9,000 damage, not bad. All right, there's the attack up, which they can't do. 4,000 damage right there. All right. Father Midray, 10k against Trainee is quite a bit. And then the AoE. And now, here we go. We only have 1 turn left. We have 90 points. Let's go ahead and guard. More physical resistance. We'll go ahead and heal as well, because they are still sealed. It still lasts for 2 turns, so we're big chillin' here. Alright, so 1, 2, we just have to send 1. We just have to live. So I don't care about orbs. So now, Milim does another 9,000. Crit damage up, doesn't matter. There's a guard. Another ult, 10k right there is a lot, and then an AoE, there's 4 guards right there, so that mission's done. We did the orb changing, we did the 2 body and spirit changing skills. Vengeance did 187k. At least I think we did 2 orb changes. Did we? I don't know, we're gonna find out, aren't we? Alright, but there we go. Inferno is done. Using, 1, 2, 3 free-to-play units. We got Phobio down here. We're not, we got Gazel, Space Rimuru is old. Valentine is not old. She's I wouldn't say that she's the newest because we have these 3, but, the power of Velzard and Raphael, again, showing out. So, what missions do I have left? So physical, 2 defense skills. We didn't do 2 orb changes. Okay, well, let's build a physical team. Now, this is only 4 physical units, so you can have 1 magic character. Ideally, it would be Raphael, if you have him. But let's assume you don't, and let's come back for Inferno and with a physical team. Alright, so seeing how hard they hit Raphael, I'm not entirely sure this physical team is going to be able to cut it. Or if you don't have Yom, I don't know if you're going to be able to do the 4 physical unit mission unless you have Raphael. Like here we're going to go without Raphael just to kind of see how well it goes. We've got Yom, who's got the extra defense plus the crit resistance. So that'll help us tank a little bit better, and they do last for 3 turns, which means we can make this go over half the fight. We have a healer here. Albus and Gobta have the extra EP, so they've got extra health and defense. So, I mean, we'll see. We've got Sokka as our protector. She gives guard, and she does reset skills, so if we need to heal a couple times or something, I mean, we'll see. I don't actually know how this is going to go. So, yeah. Inferno may be a little too difficult for people that don't have Raphael to be able to seal them. That it is a thing. But thankfully, unless you're really hankering for some stupid bitch tickets, there's no real reason to, that requires you to complete Inferno. Just because, you don't get anything. You get the same amount of crystals from beating this as you do, Inferno than you get for beating, the first stage. So it's not like you're missing anything. Okay, so we got really lucky here. We got a good orb change, and we have enough points for a heal, which means we can keep everyone, mostly topped up. We just need to make sure we have enough points next turn to use Yom's defense and crit resistance. And we also want to make sure that the front 3 units are the units that I actually want to use that on, which is kind of why I'm keeping the 2 higher EP units in the back, because they're at higher stats, and they'll tank those ults a little better than these other units. So we'll see how this goes. So 1 hit, there's 3, okay. We do have Sokka ready to go. Her guard, how long does that last for? 3 turns. Okay, it's 80% guard rate, but she does reset skill costs, which is important. So let's bring in Gobta for you, and then let's bring in Albus for you. And we have 80 skill points, so now we're going to give ourselves that 3-turn defense right here. We've only used 1 magic skill, so we do need to use 1 more of those. Okay, I think we'll come across that later. What does this do? Blues? This gives away orbs. We have a bunch of blue orbs. Well, what is this? Stun evasion and crit rate up. Alright, that's not really important. Alright, let's use the defense, though. That's the most important part. We do need to use 2 defense skills, so maybe I just use that twice. I don't know. So let's guard. Now we have 80% guard rate for the rest of the fight. We have 29% defense and 40% crit resistance for the rest of the fight. I mean, so we should be good. You know, should being the key word. Let's get these blues out of here. So, damage, doesn't really matter. How much damage do we take here? So, 1,000 damage is actually really good. That's really good tanking, actually. Okay. So we need to use 1 more magic skill and 1 more defense skill. So, let's just go ahead and use these again, because we're going to tank it anyways, right? So, there's that. We've already gotten the body and spirit skill, so if you needed, I guess next turn you could use Albus's second skill, because we've already used a heal once. But let's just do this, and then we should be good, depending on how well we tank these next 2 turns. Yom doesn't have the extra EP, so he's going to take more damage. 7,000 on Gobta is really good. Alright, 3,900. Alright, yeah, they buff their attack and their crits, so 12,000. That is a lot. So their alts are a problem. So instead of bringing, no, sorry, not that button. Instead of bringing 5 units, instead of bringing Carrion, like if you have access to Earth Valentine, maybe, I think she's on the roster, or if you have access to Harmonize Rimuru, the Water Rimuru, to disrupt at least one of their alts, probably Father Midray, because he does just hit harder. 24k attack over here versus 21k. So yeah, if you can disrupt even one of his alts, that's going to save you a butt ton of damage. So, I think we're going to... Ooh. You're really low, but I can't heal you. And we're going to take another alt, and it's going to do about the same. So, let's do this skill and call it good. We're just going to have to pray that Albus doesn't get nuked again. She might, though, knowing my luck. 12k right there. Okay, if Midray hits Albus or Yom, they're dead. Please hit Gobta. Yeah, oh, you killed Gobta. Okay, 18,000. That did not save him. Okay. Oof. Oof. Okay, yeah. So we're going to need someone to disrupt that ult. Anybody. But we did get a few other missions done. We got the 2 body and spirit changing skill. Well, we got the 2 defense skills. We got the 2 magic changing skills. So now we just need to keep everyone alive, and then with 2 characters with a 4-star or less rarity, which should be... Oh, no, Trias starts at 5-star, doesn't she? Okay. Yeah, if you want to swap Carrion out for... we'll take that filter off. Reset. Yeah, Earth Valentine, she has the alt deny right here, so decrease the single target's alt gauge by 10%. So you can use that on Father Midray. Water Rimuru here, Harmonizer Rimuru. He's got the Disrupt as well. So, I mean, if you have access to one of those characters, then it's going to make your life a lot easier. Or if you just have Space Raphael, I mean, you're pretty much set, because, you've sealed their attack, you've sealed their crit, so they're going to hit you just... They will still have a relatively high attack stat at 17k, but it's not going to do, 18,000 damage on one of the high EP units. So there are options for you. But again, you don't feel pressured to have to clear Inferno 5 or Inferno, because the rewards for beating Inferno, quest details, the amount of crystals you get is 250 for this stage, and I think it's 250 for beating this stage as well. So if you're just looking to farm up the crystals to go into the shop, which we haven't even looked at yet, defense shop, yeah, you just need to clear the stages, right? Don't feel pressure to beat Inferno if you can't beat Inferno. But those are 2 teams that can relatively do it. You would just have to swap out a few on on the physical unit team, but it can certainly do it. It can certainly do it if you just made a substitution here. But let me know what teams you guys use to beat Inferno 3. But that's it from me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you later.